from our all-new studio at the environmentally efficient Mecca of Maine, Eco Maine presents Kickstart, where danger is as disgusting as ever. He just wears a safety vest now.
It's time to get up, get up, get up. It's time to go, 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 go. Everything is waiting, so why are you waiting? And what are you waiting for? You can be anything you can see. Go anywhere you wanna be, and more. What are you waiting for? Get up, get up. What are you waiting for? Get up, get up. What are you waiting for?
Welcome once again to Kickstart, the game show for 8th graders where they can win a secret prize to make it all the way to the end. We've got another 3 contestants to play our game today, so let's get right to it and introduce them, starting with contestant number 1.
Hi, my name is later in life, I wish to be.
And here comes contestant number 2.
Hi, my name is Jaden. I'm in middle school, and I'd like to be an interior designer.
And here is contestant number 3.
Hi, I'm Henry Spritz. I also go to King Middle School, and this is my first time ever being on a TV show.
All right, Tiana, Jaden, and Henry, welcome guys. Welcome to the show. You ready to play the game?
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's get right to it, starting off with the Speed Splat Throwdown. All right, guys, here's how the Speed Splat Throwdown works. It's a lightning round. I'm going to ask you questions. We'll ask as many as we can in 3 minutes. If you think you know the answer, hit your buzzer. For the first one to ring in, I'll ask you to give me the answer. If you're right, we'll give you 5 points. If you're wrong, you don't lose any points, though. Just make sure if you ring in, don't give an answer until I've called your name, because you may not actually be the one that rang in first, okay? Everybody all set? Here we go with the first question. What is a prickly plant that usually grows in the deserts? Henry's got it.
Cactus?
Cactus is right. How many connecting states make up the mainland of the U.S.? Jaden.
48.
48 is correct. Where would you find the zest of a lemon? Henry.
On the peel.
On the peel, you're right. What does CIA stand for? Henry.
Central Intelligence Agency.
Correct. Spell the word strenuous. Jaden.
Strenuous.
No. Tiana.
Strenuous.
That's right. Way to go. What is the rising agent in bread? Jaden.
Yeast.
Yeast is correct. How many sides does a pentagon have? Henry.
5.
5 is right. What are the 3 least common letters in the English language? Jaden.
X, Q, and Z.
You're right. Finish the line. This old man, he played knick-knack on my... Jaden.
Thumb.
Thumb is right. What type of shoe was the oldest shoe on record found in ancient Egypt? Tiana.
A sandal?
Yes. Well done.
Okay, bueno.
How many continents are there? Henry.
7.
7 is right. What is the national anthem of the United States? Tiana.
Star Spangled Banner.
Correct. In the nursery rhyme about a cow jumping over the moon, who is the dish's partner? Oh, okay, Tiana? No, not milk. Henry.
Spoon.
The spoon, right. The dish ran away with the milk. Okay. What instrument was the musician John Bonham famous for playing? Jaden.
Saxophone.
No. I think we might have gotten one a little too old for you guys on this one.
The thumbs.
The big.
No.
No,
you wanna take a
no.
shot at it?
The drums.
You're right. See? Sometimes wild guesses pay off. All right.
I'll just say that I knew that. For
Wait,
sure.
why not? Why not? Magnolias, hawthorns, and white birches are all varieties of what? Jaden.
Tree.
Trees is correct. And what did Franklin Roosevelt famously say was the only thing one needs to fear? Henry.
Fear itself.
Correct, and that's the end of the round. Well done, guys. We got through a lot of questions. Let's check the scores. That's a great first round. Tiana's got 15 points. Jaden has 25. Henry has 40, but it is anybody's game. We'll see how good these guys are at building things next with the building thing. Stay right there on Kickstart. Nice job, guys. High five. Way to go. Way to go. Way to
Thank
go.
you.
Kickstart will return in just a minute with the buildy thing. So stay right where you are, in exactly that position.
Welcome back to Kickstart, and before we get to the buildy thing, let's take a second and meet the contestants, starting with contestant number 1, Tiana Yuri. Did I pronounce that right?
Yuri.
Yuri, all right. Now you said you had something really, you said a lot of words when you came out and said what you wanted to be. What was it you said again?
I think I mentioned theoretical cosmology and social justice or something.
Help me out with that. What is
maybe
that?
mention sort of familiar phrase, Stephen Hawking, you know what he does, like that.
Okay, yes, you want to be very, very smart.
Nice summarization.
Is that the best way to do it? That's awesome. No, I think that's great. Now, obviously, you've done a pretty good job so far. All right,
Thank you.
on to
15
our
points.
next contestant, Jaden Apple. I love your last name. I asked how to pronounce it, and I said like the fruit. She said, yep, like the fruit. Tell us what you said you wanted to do.
I want to be an interior designer.
What interests you in that?
I don't know. I just like being able to create your own whatever you want to do.
Yeah, very good. You'll probably do fantastic at that. And our last contestant, Henry Spritz. Hello, Henry.
Hi.
What is it you said you wanted to do?
Well, I didn't actually say it, but
you
I'll
did.
say it now.
Say it now, yeah.
I'm really interested, I think, in like engineering, aerospace engineering. That really interests me.
This is the time to get into it. This is the perfect way to do it. You could be designing the next, maybe something will take us to Mars.
Definitely,
How cool would that
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Would you want to go, or you just want to design?
I'm not sure if I'd want to go.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to make something.
Awesome. I'm telling you, we got the 3 of the greatest minds of the future standing here right here on Kickstart.
In one place.
One place.
The first time.
All in one place. These are the scientists of tomorrow.
And
All right, let's
and
get right to it and get down to the buildy thing. Okay, today's buildy thing is the clay and straw tower challenge. What you're going to do is pretty straightforward. You're going to build the tallest tower that you can using the clay you have in front of you and the straws. The only rule is, you can do it any way you want to, you just can't use the container that the clay comes in, okay? Just have to use only the clay and the straws. Anybody have any questions? No? Good. Oh, did you?
No.
You sure?
What if in the case, I don't think this is going to happen. No,
Okay.
never mind.
Seeing no questions, on your mark, get set, go. If you want to find out more about Kickstart, check us out on our Facebook page and also go to ourmain.com. All right, now we're off and running. The clay's out of the container. Well, this is interesting what Henry's got going on. This is what's going to get us to Mars. What he's building right here.
This very thing.
Jaden is kind of doing something similar. A little bit here and there. And Tiana has got quite the architectural structure going on. Remember, it's got to be freestanding. Tallest freestanding tower is going to get 20 points. Second tallest is going to get 10 points and 5 points for the shortest tower. What's that? You're just talking to yourself. All right, Henry has got some sort of structure going on there. Looks like maybe a base, a Mars base. And Jaden still working on this, just trying to see if it'll stand up. All right, remember, it has to stand on its own. And if you think you've got it at some point and you want to quit, you can quit. Which is exactly what Jaden's gonna do. So you know what? Good enough. We'll see how I do. All right. 30 seconds, guys. Jaden says, all right, I got a little more time. Maybe I'll try. Henry's got some architectural planning he's got going on here. All right, 15 seconds. Oh, and she steps back, and time's up. Okay, so let's see who this is going to be close. I think we may have a winner, but let's see what we've got for a height here. From the bottom to the top. That looks like just shy. It looks like 15 3/4 inches. Okay, so. This is kind of. Yours kind of comes out. Yours is almost like a bridge. Let's see. I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna try to do the best I can here. I got a better way. I'm gonna do some math.
Can you use Pythagorean?
43. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna touch it.
I bet
Quickly, Joe.
43 inches from there. And you know what? And then 33. So that's 10 inches. Yeah, you got 25 inches. You.
25 inches?
Yeah, good enough. You're done. You let it go. Yeah, just knock it right over where you want to. So you get 20 points, Tiana. Let's see, where were we? Henry gets the 10 points and 5 points for Jaden. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. Now, guys, this is where things get messy. The Slop Drop Showdown. Coming up next on Kickstart. Welcome back to Kickstart. And before we get the mess on with the Slop Drop Showdown, let's check the scores. Tiana has got 35 points, Jaden's got 30, and Henry is in the lead with 50. But it is anybody's game. Any one of you can win this if you can survive the Slop Drop Showdown. All right, guys, here's how the Slop Drop Showdown works. First of all, there's a lot of slop. You want to avoid that. If you can get me correct answers, you will. Now, if you give a correct answer to the questions that I have that are either multiple choice or true false, you will get 10 points. You'll see in front of you cards that correspond to either the multiple choice or true false questions. A, B, and C cards for multiple choice, T and F for true false. I'm going to ask you a question. Pick the card that corresponds to your answer. Keep it to yourself. Don't let the other contestants see it. I'll call on you, show your card, and give your answer. And then if you get it correct, you'll get the 10 points. All right? If you get it incorrect, that's where the trouble comes in, because the first time you get a question wrong, you'll get a strike. And you're going to put on the poncho that I will have to provide for you. Second strike, you're going to put on goggles. And there's a reason you're putting on goggles and a poncho, and it's standing right behind you right now. On your third strike, Danger the Rabbit Chicken dumps the contents of his slop bowl all over your pretty heads. You want to avoid that, okay? So here we go with the Slop Drop Showdown with question number 1. True or false? The Earth's inner core is approximately the same temperature as the surface of the sun. True or false? Everybody's ready? We'll start with Tiana. She says false. Jaden says false. Henry says false. The answer is true. The Earth's core is approximately the same temperature as the sun. You all have a poncho. How about that? The nice thing is, you'll all still stay consistent, looking the same. And whoops, I think I may be missing one poncho. There's one for you. This is good stuff, guys. And you had a 50-50 shot. All right, there you go. Put those ponchos on. You are all one step closer to getting the slop dumped on you and being out of the game. All right, the ponchos are on. We move on to the next question, which is the EcoMaine video question of the week.
Hey everyone, it's Leo from EcoMaine, back at you from our recycling facility. Now we all know that our 3 R's are reduce, reuse, and recycle. But which one conserves the most resources?
All right, everybody has their answers. Tiana, what do you say? She says A, reduce. Jaden? B, she says reuse. Henry says A, reduce. The correct answer is A, reduce. You guys still in the game, 10 points for each. Jaden, you've got to put the goggles on. One more strike, and you're going to have a date with danger. We don't want that. All right, next question. We refer to an event as a banquet when there's a lot of food involved. Banquet is an old French word which translates as what? Is it A, small bench, large table, or heavy plate? set, Henry? Okay. Tiana, what did you say? She said B, large table. Jaden. A, small bench. Ooh, this is interesting. Henry. C, heavy plate. Well, we know only one of you got it right. We know one person, if they get it wrong, they're out. But it's not Jaden. She got the right answer. A, small bench. That means both of you have your goggles on. Both Tiana and Henry.
Wait,
Put those
wait.
goggles on.
I have B though.
You had B?
Yeah, I have B.
It was A.
It was A. A,
Oh,
small
okay,
bench.
yeah.
All right, interesting game. One more wrong answer for any of you, and you're out. Here's the question. True or false? Benjamin Franklin was the first person to construct a working light bulb. True or false? Benjamin Franklin first to make a light bulb. All right, Tiana. False. Jaden. False. Henry. False. The correct answer is false. Benjamin Franklin merely did experiments with electricity. He never actually did it. All right, next question. At noon on a Monday in Maine, what day of the week is it in Tokyo, Japan? Is it A, Sunday, B, Monday, or C, Tuesday? All taking your time, sticking your answers, because they're all words of validity. All set, Henry? That look on your face is panic.
I wonder why.
All right, Tiana, what do you say? Tiana says C, Tuesday. Jaden, C, Tuesday. Henry, C, Tuesday. The right answer is Tuesday. You're still in the game. Next question. What is the most populous city in North America? Is it A, New York City, B, Mexico City, or C, Reno? What is the most populous city in North America? And we got everybody but Jaden. Still thinking. Okay. Here we go. What do you say, Tiana? A, New York City. B, Mexico City. And he says A, New York City. The correct answer is Mexico City. Tiana and Henry, you are out of the game.
No, Henry's not out. He doesn't have to go. Oh, wait,
He's
no,
yeah,
yeah.
you're both. You both go down here and get the contents of the slot bucket.
This is not how I was envisioning Saturday, actually. This week.
And there it is. A little for you. And a little for Tio. Look at she's trying to avoid it.
Oh my God.
Danger will have none of that. Oh! All right, let's hear it for Tiana and Henry. They're out. But this makes a very interesting game at this point because, Jaden, you have 70 points. Henry is leading the game with 80 points. In order to win, you have to answer 2 questions correctly to beat his score and move on. You cannot get one wrong because if you do, you're out, just like them, in the same fashion. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here comes your first question. A dolphin's brain is larger than a human's. True or false? All right. What do you say? She says true. The correct answer is true. A dolphin's brain is larger than a human. This is for the win. Here's your question. The process of water moving through a plant is called A, filtration, B, transpiration, or C, evaporation. A, filtration, B, transpiration, C, evaporation. What do you say? She says A, filtration. The correct answer is B, transpiration. You're out, and we have a tie, which we will resolve after Danger dumps his bucket of slop all over you. And a little for you, too. 3-way slamming on today's Kickstart. So now all 3 of you are out of the game, but yet 2 of you are now back in the game. So here's how this is going to work. We've got a tie between Jaden and Henry at 80 points apiece. I'm going to ask you questions until one of you gets it wrong and the other person gets it right. And that person that gets it right is going to move on to the semifinal. So here's your first question. Hopefully your last question. Where would you find a cricket's ears? A, on its head, B, on its wings, or C, on its legs? Where would you find a cricket's ears? On its head, its wings, or its legs? All right, Jaden, what do you say? B, wings. Henry says C, legs. The correct answer is on its legs. Henry, you are the winner. You're moving on to the semifinals. Nice job. Congratulations.
Thank
A great game from all you guys. Jade, you did a great job to make it
you.
that far. And also, Tiana, you also did a wonderful job. You guys, probably the closest game we've ever had on Kickstart. So you guys did a great job. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being a part of it. And thank you for watching Kickstart. We will see you next time with 3 more contestants. We'll see who's going to make it to the next round. We'll be joining Jaden here in the next round.
Henry.
I'm sorry. I don't even know who won at this point anymore. We'll see you next time on Kickstart. Bye-bye.